Good morning everybody, Shade Tree Mechanic here. This is an 89 third generation Prelude. Got a leaky fuel injector seal that we're going to be repairing today. First thing you want to do, take your gas cap off, disconnect the negative lead on your battery terminal, and then the 12 millimeter bolt on top of your fuel pump you want to turn one turn to relieve the pressure in the fuel system. Okay, now that we've got those off, we've got a vacuum line here that we're going to take off, and we're going to move this cable out of the way to get some more access. Okay, next thing we're going to do, I've used some zip ties to move those lines out of the way and just attach them towards the back to give me a little more exposure. Now we're going to take the clip off of the exhaust air control valve, which is right in there, and then we're going to try to remove this wiring harness and remove the connectors from the fuel injectors. Okay, we're going to take the electrical connectors off the fuel injectors. There's a little wire on the back here, and if you slide your screwdriver behind that and pry out, they lift right off. But you got to just get behind that and then pry out. So let's see if we can get this one down here. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, well that was a lot more difficult than I thought, but eventually got this wiring harness out of the way. Now, it's not really in focus, but we're going to take our exhaust air circulation valve out to get clearance for the fuel rail. Okay, well after I got the fuel injectors out, got the O-rings off, you'll see that this O-ring here was all vulcanized and fractured. The other O-rings actually were in pretty good shape, but I bought a new seal kit for every piston, or for every seal, so I'm just going to put new seals on all the injectors. Okay, I've got the harnesses hooked back up to the fuel injectors. Fuel injectors are on, fuel rails on, the fuel line is hooked up. Interesting, when I rehooked the fuel line up, I realized that somebody had worked on these injectors before and left one of the washers off of the fuel connection to the fuel rail. I'm surprised I didn't have a leak there, but I had an extra crush washer, so I put that on. I'm going to just put the car into the on position, the ignition, without starting it, just to pressurize the fuel pump and see if I have any leaks before I put that exhaust circulation air valve back on, or the exhaust air circulation valve back on. And that should just about do it. So we'll pressurize it and make sure there's no leaks. Okay, we've got the system pressurized and there's no leak. Most importantly, there's no leak on cylinder number 2 at the base of that injector where I was having a leak. Remember that before you pressurize it, you want to tighten back the pressure relief 10 millimeter bolt on top of your fuel filter, because you release that one full turn, and you want to of course reconnect the negative lead to your battery. I've got the EACV to put back on, and we should be good to go. Okay, and there you have it. It's all buttoned up. Engine's running, which is the proof. No leak at any of the connections. Good repair.